Hi everyone! Did you see lots of maths again there? What do you think that was all about? I think it is looking at how many things there are and how we actually record how many. Well, I have lots of things here as well. I have, do we call these? Counters, that's right. And these, what do we call those? Dice, that's right. We also have some cards, and on them are numbers. That's right. Or sometimes we call them digits. That's right. I also have some dominoes. Yes. And I have a game here. Who remembers what we call things when they're in lines and they go across ways? You can call that horizontal, and we can also call that rows. And if they go up and down, that is in a vertical direction. It is called a column. That's right. So we can make arrays. This is how we present things in rows and columns. And I think we also looked at number lines. Who remembers what this is? That's right. It is a thermometer, and it has a number line. Lots of different ways that we can record how many and show people how many. Well, I would like you to go now and explore how many. Your challenge is to find lots of different things in lots of different ways to show us how many. And it might be that you use pen and paper to show how many. It might be that you put lots of things in a certain way to demonstrate, to show how many. All right, so pause the video. That is your challenge. And if you either take photos, that's great. Or if you write in a book or on paper, that's wonderful. Put down at the end how many different ways that you found for recording the same number. It might be number 10, might be number 8, any number, and you see how many different types that you found. All right, see you soon. Well, how did you go? How many different ways did you find to show numbers, to show how many that you had? Well, that's a lot. Wow. There are so many ways that humans have shown how to present a number of something. I wonder, what was the earliest one? Let's have a look at a picture now that shows us the first ever way that people counted. This is mankind's first ever number record keeping. It is more than 35,000 years old. It is called the Lebombo bone and was discovered in South Africa. Well, what did you think of that? 35,000 years ago. That is a very long time ago. And it wasn't in Australia, but I'm sure that there were lots of those types of things all around the world where people counted a long, long time ago. Well, I'm going to do some counting, and I thought that I might use my counting skills and what we just explored then to make a recipe. And I thought I'd like to make some jelly, so I've got some things here. I have my gelatin, and I have, to measure the gelatin, I've got measuring spoons, and I've got another jug. Remember we had looked at lines, didn't we, last time? Excellent, number lines. And we'll also need some cordial, something that we're actually going to be able to put as our liquid part of our gelatin to make our jelly. So first of all, I need to have a look at the instructions, and it says here that we need 1 tablespoon for every 400 mils of liquid. Now, because the tallies look like they were the first ever ways that they recorded and showed how to count, maybe that is the best way that we should count. So I thought I should start making my recipe using this. So what was the first thing that we looked at? Gelatin, and it was how much? 1 tablespoon. So I can put for a tally strokes, just like they did. How many strokes do I need to put? 1. Okay, so I'll put 1 stroke. I'll write the word tablespoon of gelatin. What's next? I need some lovely cordial, and it said how many? 400. So I've got to put 400 strokes. So when they did it, they did how many to start with? 5? Okay, so I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they made it like a fence, didn't they? They put a little, the 5th one went across, so is that right? Is that how they did it? All right, that's 5, so start a new one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many does that make then? 5 and another 5. 10, yes. And do another one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? Yes. So how many is that? 5, 10, 15. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think I'll have to get busy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I wonder if I'm there yet. Must be getting close. It's filling them on paper. So how many have I got? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, how far do we have to go? 400, and I've only got to 10, 20, 60. Oh my, I am not going to be able to fit on this paper, am I? I might not even be able to fit it all in my book. Well, that certainly is not working for me. What do you think I should do? Doesn't look like I can use tallies. Might have worked for ancient men, but doesn't look like it's working very well for me, because there are some really, really huge numbers. There's measuring all the way to the end of the universe. I wonder how long that is. I'm sure I couldn't do that in tallies. There are some really big numbers. Can you think of a big number? Yes? Wow, that's some huge numbers. All right, well, can you help me out? What do you think is the best number? It needs to be something that doesn't take up my whole page, just for something like a recipe. That it is something that everyone can know when they look at it straight away. They don't have to count like 5, 10, 15. They can look at it and they can know exactly what it is straight away. All right, pause the video. You can tell your teacher, or you might discuss it together if you want to. Pause the video and let's see if you can help me. All right, I'll wait for your answer. Oh, hi everybody, I'm just starting my new page. How did you go? Can you help me? You can? Great. Okay, so How did we go? Can you tell me now? What do I need to do? How can I actually write the amount? So I need to write numbers, digits. Do you mean like this? Do you think that's the best way? All right, I can see that 6 straight away. I can see that. That's 6 as well. Can I use that one to write my recipe to 400? Oh, it's going to take a long time too. All right, I think I'll stick with your suggestion. Right, so what did I have? It said, how many tablespoons? 1. Well, that's easy enough. 1 tablespoon gelatin. How much cordial? Do you remember? 400. Hang on. That's a bit trickier than writing 1 or 6. How am I going to write 400? You said there's 4s and 0. There's a 4 and zeros. So if I wrote 400, is that right? I've got my 4, and I've got my 100. Is that right? No. Oh. What if I wrote it this way? Is that going to be right? I've got my 100 and I've got my 4. Oh my. I think we must need to put them in some kind of order. How can I write 400? And why do I need to write it like that? Can you stop the video and tell me? Have a think. Pause the video and have a little chat. So, I have to write a 4, a 0, and then a 0. Okay, so I don't write 4 100, and I don't write 104. I have to write 4 0 0. Okay, 4 0 0. Oh, and that was mils of cordial. We must put that down, don't we? All right. So I've got my ingredients. Thank you. I think that's good. Is that right? Okay, so I had the 4 and a 0 and a 0. Yes, well, I think that you are right. And I think that we must have to pay attention to where we put our numbers. I wonder how that works. Well, we'll be looking more at that later. If you know already, you can help your teacher and your classmates and each other know how to put the numbers in the right place like you helped me today. I really appreciate that, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.